Hey, what's up, Army? Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to share this space with me. And I hope you're doing well. I'm just going to get into it as always. The energy that I've been feeling today is it's pretty crazy. And it makes me uncomfortable. And I almost didn't do this reading. But I'm here because I feel like it's not going to go away. It hasn't gone away. And once I decided to do a reading, it just got stronger. Um, I um, I took a few notes earlier on what I've been feeling and hearing. I feel I feel a collective on the other side that it's a very large group of people. I can't tell you how many people. It's a lot. I see one man at the forefront. He's like a short Caucasian older man, and I just see him going like this, like just like shaking his fist. This collective wants justice. And I say it makes me nervous um because the energy it feels um it feels dark, but it's not this collective's energy that feels dark. It's the energy that caused them to cross over that feels dark. And once I start to tap into these stories as individuals, that's the part that makes me nervous. So it essentially feels like an angry mob. There's anger, there's sadness, there's these energies. They feel lost. They feel like they can't rest, and they are in a place I know nothing about. It's like they can't move on. It feels like unsolved cases. These are people that, I think I said it already, that want justice. There is a group of people on the other side that want justice. They are angry at a group of people here. And I don't think they've all been um victimized by the same group. It's I was hearing before they called me crazy. And then I started seeing hospitals. So it's And the energy is an older energy, because the hospitals that I'm seeing are not modern day hospitals. And then I heard a woman say, he murdered me, remarried, got away with it, and remarried. And she doesn't know she's sleeping with a monster. I'm getting I'm getting the energy now of like people that are not people, not this collective, people here. They're, I don't know what that means. I'm seeing people that look like people, but they're taken over by this darkness. And I'm hearing all kinds of words like sinister and manipulative, and it's people that spirit's correcting me and saying beings that have gotten away with a lot. And these energies on the other side, they can't rest. It's something about, it's something about the way that they died. It's something, it's like, it's like a piece of them was taken. It's like, I don't know what that means. I mean, to my knowledge, we're spiritual beings living a human experience, right? And when you cross over, all of you goes with you. But these people, it's like there's a missing piece. Like they're missing a key to finish. Like they're like in this middle ground. It's they can't, there's a key missing. I don't know what that means. I've told you plenty of times I don't claim to know how the universe and the spirit world work. I just channel messages, man. And the energy that I'm getting is like something was taken from them. Something was taken from them, and they can't move on until there's justice. I'm seeing a woman and a child. I keep seeing that man. It's like, I just heard they're trapped in a jar. And I don't know what that means. This man is really trying to come through, but it's like I can't hear him. Like I see him and he's talking and he's shaking his fists and they can't be heard. For some reason they can't be heard. I mean, if you think about it, if you're inside of a jar, you can't be heard, right? I'm hearing untold stories. Hidden realm. It's like it's like whatever. Man, if this resonates with anybody, please let me know. Or if you can explain any of this to me, let me know. It's the only way that I can explain this energy is like whatever was done to them by whoever on this realm, the earthly realm, whatever was done to them, it's like somehow something was done to them that like put a curse on them, or like I'm seeing like them. I'm seeing them like I'm seeing somebody on this side doing something, some kind of spell work or something that traps them on the other side. I'm getting that image of like from Superman when those people were like trapped in like the glass or the prism. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like I'm hearing they were silenced here, and something was done so that they can't speak from the other side or come back. Like, how is that possible? I'm hearing ultimate betrayal. It's the energy of like owning someone here and in the afterlife. Like you think, you know, once you pass on you're going to be free, right? You think once you pass on you're going to be free. You know, I mean, isn't that why most people that unalive themselves, isn't that why they do it? They want out of the pain, they want out of the however it is that they're feeling trapped, they're feeling like there's no way out, and that's their way out. But these people for some reason, somehow, I don't know, they're trapped on the other side, they're silenced on the other side. I'm hearing their stories can't be heard. Nobody's listening. it's like there's a key to let them out. I'm seeing somebody like laughing. I'm seeing somebody laughing. There's an energy. There's an energy that knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's an energy that knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's laughing. It's like this loophole. It's almost like the way a cult is designed, for example. This is the example I'm getting, so this is the example I'm going to give you. The way a cult is designed is like the programming is so heavy. Let's call it brainwashing. Is so heavy that anyone that tries to talk the person within it out of it is seen as like an outsider, is seen as somebody working against them, is seen as somebody trying to attack, their truth or their belief system. It's like a cult is designed in such a way that its followers are afraid to follow anybody else or look outside of anybody else. It's like whatever this is, these people, it wasn't, oh my God, I don't know what this is. It's like it wasn't necessarily done against their will. It's like they agreed to it, but they didn't know the details of what they were agreeing to. They agreed to it, but didn't know that it's like signing a soul contract in this life. It's more than, I guess you can say, it's like they sold their soul, but it's almost like they didn't really read the fine print. And they're so mad about it because they are on the other side, trapped. But there's something that can release them. There's some form of like redemption. I'm being reminded right now of a dream I had. I think it was last night. I had this dream that this guy came up to me and they were like, "Oh, did you ever receive that settlement that was mandated from so and so?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And this person validated me in a way. This person was like, "Well, I know your story and you were supposed to get this, and I'm a lawyer." And he gave me his card and he was like, "Call me." And I had this feeling of like, it was this feeling of like I'm not alone. Somebody else has heard my story. Somebody else knows my story. And it's like that. It's like it's this whole collective though. But there is somebody or people like this person in my dream was like a representative. Like this is what I'm being shown right now. Was like a representative. There there are people that know. I'm being shown the image now of, and I've seen this before, but I'm not really sure what reading that was. But I'm being shown the image now of the end of The Little Mermaid when Ursula dies and like all the souls are freed, like all the little shriveled up little, the Disney version of Little Mermaid. That's the only version I know, just in case you're wondering. When all this, they're all like she dies and they're all freed. It's something like that. It's like there is a person, a group of people that holds the key to all these souls. But they know it. They have a lot of I'm hearing a lot of deaths under their belt. It's like this person knew the fine print. They knew the fine print and I'm seeing them like just and people just signing. I'm seeing person after person after person just signing. And on this side of the table, this this person knows exactly what they're signing, knows how far it goes, knows how deep. It's like there's, they, like I said, they signed something that binds them even in the afterlife. It's like an eternal NDA. So that even in the afterlife, they can't tell their story. They're they're bound by this contract even in the afterlife. So in order for them to be free, this person or this energy can free them, but they don't want to because they know that these stories will be told. or it's up to somebody else. But it's like there's this, what is happening? It's like there's this code. It's it's like, but you don't know the magic words. You don't know. You don't know the magic words. It's like this binding. I'm seeing them like literally bound, like they like man. I'm hearing just as, what are the words? Just as the one who bound them knows that they bound them, there are others who know the binding can be broken and how to do it. These people, these souls, they're asking to be set free. It's the energy of it's the energy of like being trapped in hell, but you definitely know you don't belong there. But can there really be such a thing? When we take all that we know, right? And we take all that we've learned, and we take how powerful the mind is on this side, and how we can essentially create our own prison because of a belief. And how much more powerful are we without these bodies, right? And when you have faith, and when you believe in your own protection, when you elevate your vibration, things like this, they don't hold weight. I'm hearing blood contract. I'm hearing curse again. But how? I'm seeing now this idea of a curse. I'm seeing it as almost like a Groundhog's Day kind of thing. Like cross over and get shot right back, reliving the same life or the same scenarios. But if, as creators, we become what we think, right? Focus on what you want, what you don't want, not what you don't want. So, what I'm not understanding, and I don't mean to question God or question the messages that I'm getting, but actually, I do mean to question it because that's what I do. I question everything. Is it not as simple as these souls deciding not to be trapped? I've seen so many near-death experiences, and I've seen a few where people have gone to what you would call hell. I posted one, a woman that was an atheist, and she came face to face with what she presumed was the devil. And she said, well, if the devil exists, then so does God. And she started praying to God, and she was immediately pulled out of that place. So using what I've learned, using what we talk about all the time on this channel, wouldn't it be something as simple as changing their perspective, coming out of anger, asking for forgiveness, forgiving themselves, deciding to work as a team and breaking the jar? It's like they believe that they're not heard. But if they weren't heard, if they were bound and unable to speak, how is it I'm able to pick up on them? How is it I'm able to see them? How is it I'm able to hear what that one woman said about her husband murdering her? It seems to me that these souls are trapped by their own belief. I'm getting now that these energies, interesting. These energies could very well be the higher selves of people on the planet, people that are here, people that are still alive here. The higher selves of these people that believe they've sold their souls, that believe that there's no way out, that believe that they've been bound by this dark contract. And what this collective of souls are so mad about is that this energy, this person, this group of people here on earth Thank you, Spirit. That has these people convinced that they own them, that they control them, that they'll never escape them. These people on earth are trapped by their own belief, causing them to be disconnected from their higher selves because they believe, oh my God, they believe that they've sold their souls. But in reality, they still have the power. Because like I said, when you have faith, when you have belief, when you have that knowing, when you have that connection with your higher self and with your guides, when you nurture that, there is no earthly spell work or binding or contract that can hold you, because you have the power. You always have and you always will, and nobody can take that from you. That's what this is. There are some that have crossed over. Like I said, I was picking up on They Called Me Crazy. I was picking up on old school hospitals. There are some that want to speak, that need to speak, that want justice. But these that are being held in a jar, these are higher souls of people here on earth. These are higher souls fighting to communicate with them. These are higher souls that are trying to get them to recognize and remember their own power. This contract is null and void once you take your power back. God, divine source energy, is all-knowing and is forgiving. God has seen these energies, these people, underhandedly manipulate these people through their contracts. God, these people might have not seen the fine print, but God did. Nowhere to hide, God sees all, right? It is my belief that God sees through us, through our eyes. And it's through our third eye that we look back. God sees through everybody's eyes. God saw these people manipulate and cheat people out of their power and out of their souls, disconnect them from their higher selves, disconnect them from source energy, disconnect them from God deliberately, maliciously, and viciously, I'm hearing, manipulate them to believe that there's no way out. manipulate them to believe that even in death, there's no way out. But that's not the case. Through heavy manipulation on this side, those that have signed these contracts have crossed over, still believing that they are bound, but they're not. The freedom on either side, the way to break the jar and break the silence and hear the stories and connect with your higher self is through your belief, through your faith. These energies that have manipulated have a lot of people in fear. They have a lot of people thinking that there's no way out. But see, this is what weak energy has to do. They have to manipulate and use fear in order to control. When you gain your freedom, they lose their power, and they know that. And this is why they use the tactics that they do. This is why all of it is for show. All of it is for show. The wording. I'm hearing the wording, the blood, and the binding. It's done in these drastic and extreme ways, in these incredible, fearful ways. So that you think you have no way out. But it's a lie. I'm hearing, even if you were to lose everything, would losing everything be worth your freedom? It's the energy of a controlling, wealthy husband who's abusive and has isolated his spouse in a way and gotten her used to a certain lifestyle, while at the same time diminishing her self-worth so she doesn't feel like she can do it on her own. Fear of being cut off. And then on top of that, he starts serving her drugs, creates a drug habit within him that he supplies. And she has to not only go to him for money, but she has to go to him for drugs. And now she's this person within this marriage, this empty shell in a sense, because she's lost all connection to herself. She's lost all connection to her own independence. She's lost the freedom to exercise her own free will. He tells her where to go. He tells her what to eat. He tells her what not to eat. He tells her when she can spend money and how much money she can spend, and tells her she's not worth anything and nobody else is going to want her. And then not only feeds her addiction, but belittles her for being a drug addict. Nobody's going to want you. You don't know how to do anything for yourself. You can't even get clean. Look at you. You need these drugs. You're begging for these drugs. You don't know how to make your own money. You don't know how to do this. Meantime, he strategically tore her down into that. And then keeps her under control by telling her these things. Nobody wants you. Nobody's going to want you. Who's going to want you? You're a waste. Look at you. I'm hearing you don't even drive. But he created that monster on purpose. This is the energy that I'm getting. This is manipulation. This is fear. And after years of going through something like that, after years of somebody controlling you and belittling you and telling you how worthless you are, and your reality confirming it, for this woman, there's no friends left because he's isolated her. Her friends, her only friends are his friends. Her only associates are his associates. Behind her back, he tells people, watch her, she has a drug problem. Anytime she acts up, all the socialite friends are like, oh, that must be what he was talking about. This whole scenario is playing out in my head right now. What I'm picking up on is something like that, but on a much larger scale. This is not just the story of one woman and her rich, abusive husband. Oh, poor little rich girl. This is manipulation and vicious control and separation. It is the ultimate crime for somebody to deliberately belittle, manipulate, and steal somebody's power like that for the sake of control. Disconnect somebody from God and their higher self so that they become God. They become the ones in the power. But like I said before, strong people don't do that. Strong people aren't bullies. Weak motherfuckers are the bullies. Anyone who needs to tear you down and make you feel like shit so they can feel better about themselves is a weak motherfucker. This is the energy I'm picking up on. This collective of higher souls are furious. Not at the ones who have sold their souls, but at the ones who have convince them that they've lost their power. Nobody can take what is inherently yours. Nobody can take your soul. And if they do, you have the power to take it back. It's all in your perspective. This is the energy of the ants and the grasshoppers again. This is the energy of the ants fighting back, the ants realizing that they are the ones with the power. They're the ones who have the ability to get the food. They're the ones with the talent. They're the ones with the skills. The grasshoppers don't know how to do anything but bully people and fly around. They're just big, goofy motherfuckers bullying other people to do their work for them. It's time to take your power back. It's time to connect with your higher self. It's time to stop thinking that anybody has power over you. It's time to stop letting yourself be bullied by some weak motherfucker. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. If you're still with me, you are for sure a real one. And I appreciate you so much. I hope you got something out of this message. Because I know even I did. And yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and your support and your comments and your likes. And I mean, thank you for trusting me with your energy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You're beautiful. I love you.